Okay, so today we'll be reviewing chapter 3. Turn to page 57. Page 57 in your books. Page 57 in your books. So, we went over the strategic management process. Tell me what step 1 is in the process. Correct. Define the current business. What does that mean?
You have to know what product do you have to sell.
Correct.
The
product.
And how our product and service different from our competitors.
Correct. So you have to first say what kind of company you are. What products or services do you offer? Who are you selling them to and where? Correct. Okay. So step 2. So we did a SWOT analysis, which is a method used for auditing or assessing internal and external factors affecting a company. Let me have your attention in the back. Let me have your attention in the back. Okay. Okay, Summer, tell me, what is an external threat? External threat. Threat. An external threat. A threat. It's something that could potentially harm your business. Have a seat, please. Thank you. I need your attention on me, okay? We're pretty spread out today, so I need you all to really focus. Okay? Thank you. Come in quietly. Have a seat. Thank you. Okay. So, external threats, internal and external. Internal refers to factors within the company. From the employees. Are they productive? Are they efficient? Do they know their job? Do they do it to the best of their abilities? Also, external refers to maybe laws that govern your business, other companies who are competing with you, and other companies who possibly want to do business with your company, right? Those are internal and external audits. An assessment of where you are and how you can grow. Okay? Page 57. So, step 3. Step 3 in the process. Formulate a new direction, right? What does that mean? What is a new direction called in this process? A new goal, right? A new mission, a new vision, another starting point, or ending point, should I say? Because you develop the new direction based off of your assessment. You see what your weaknesses are, and the goal should be to strengthen them. But the question is how? How do you strengthen those weaknesses? How do you progress? How do you move forward? How do you continue to grow? Or how do you maintain your success and your progress when you've made it to a level of success like a company such as Starbucks? Okay? So that new direction is based on your analysis of the company. Okay? So after you create a new direction or a new mission, what's next?
Translate the mission into strategic goals.
Okay, so how do we translate a mission into a goal? How do we do that?
Set strategic goals in order to lead to the achieve the plan.
Okay, so when we analyzed Starbucks, right? What did we do together on the board? We went step by step, right? And we wrote down their strengths and we wrote down their weaknesses, right? So then we determined that their lack of innovation was something that could easily be a new target to improve on, right? So after we decided that lack of innovation was something we wanted to change, that could most quickly be changed, what did we do? After we selected a direction, which was innovation, right?
Yeah.
To improve innovation, what did we do?
Hire creative employees.
Right, we wrote a list of steps. And one of the main steps was to hire creative employees. What else did we say would help us with our innovation at Starbucks?
Encourage employees to come up with new ideas.
Right, encourage them. Because it doesn't matter if that isn't their job per se. If they work for the company, that means their goal should be the success of the company. Everybody works to achieve the main goal. Doesn't matter what your job is or what your job title is. Okay? So, you write a stepwise list of what you need to do in order to achieve those goals. Okay? What's the next step?
Formulate strategies to achieve the strategy goals.
Right. Once you have your direction, you have your new direction, you know what needs to be done, then you assign those tasks to who needs to do them. You have to match the task with the goal. You have to match the labor or the workers with the strategies. We know how important it is to have the right person in the right job. That could be the make or break for a company. Okay? So what's step 6?
Implement the strategies.
Implement the strategies. So if step 6 is to implement the strategies, Tsunami, tell me, what does that mean? Implementing a strategy. What does that mean? Implementing a strategy. Thank you. When you implement a strategy, Frozen, tell me. Exactly. You translate the strategy into practice. So implementing the strategy means that it's no longer on paper. It means you're actually doing it. You're putting action behind those words. You're actually performing those tasks. And once you've completed those tasks, the last step is what, Jackie? What's the last step?
Evaluate performance.
Correct. Evaluate performance. We have to determine whether we did a successful job or whether we need to improve in our execution. Did we do what we set out to do? Did we achieve our goals? Right? So, that is the management process. Okay, make sure you review that and know that inside and out. So we talked about corporate strategies. Turn to page 60. Turn to page 60 in your book. Page 60.
Morning.
So corporate strategies. What's the purpose of a corporate strategy? What's the purpose? Keynote. What's the purpose purpose of a corporate strategy?
The different ways you be the better to the other companies and to make your companies stronger or have more space.
Correct. So corporate strategy is the thing that makes you unique. It sets you apart from other companies who sell things or provide services similar to you, right? It's the way in which companies grow. So the first way is diversification. Diversification. What is diversification? Vast. What is diversification? Tony, help her out. What is diversification, Tony?
Diversification is a way to differ from other companies.
Right, it's a way to be different from other companies, but in diversification, what is the company doing exactly?
Many kind of products.
Yes, they're adding new products. So give me an example. Give me an example of diversification.
The Apple company has many kind of products. iPhone, iPads,
Okay, hi, come in quickly. Come in quickly. Thank you. Okay, so, thank you, Kino. That is correct. So, diversification. Summer, what did we say diversification was? Pay attention. Corporate strategy. Okay, so I just received a question. Class. Ladies, focus. I need your attention to the front, okay? I just received a question. I'm going to explain for everyone, okay? So corporate strategy is the method in which companies go about making their company unique. It's how they make their companies grow. That's what a competitive edge is. They get their competitive edge based on the corporate strategy. So, one strategy is diversification, right? So in that strategy, thank you, Kino, she said Apple is a company who uses diversification. That is true. Because Apple not only offers iPhones, they have iPads, they have MacBooks, they have headphones, they have speakers, and they have an array of other things that they sell, right? Screen protectors, all of those things, right? Phone cases. So that is diversification. They offer more than one product, but all the products they offer are related in some way. That is diversification. And that is their competitive edge. Because they sell not only phones, they sell iPads, they sell MacBooks, they sell all the accessories you need. So it's essentially a one-stop shop for electronics. Electronics that are considered high-end to some people. Okay? So, does that answer your question? Okay. So, let me try to explain it in a different way. Competitive strategies. Competitive strategies. You understand? You sure? Okay. What is vertical integration? Vertical integration. Turn to page 60. For those of you who came in late, we are on page 60.
They're using the factory to the raw materials.
Right. Those companies who actually create their own raw materials to make their own products. okay? When people, let's use a house, okay? Some houses, people, when they want to be homeowners, they go ahead and they find a listing of houses that are already built. They look at them and they see what the houses look like on the inside. They see if the house has exactly what they're looking for, right? Some people want 2-bedroom houses, 3-bedroom houses, 4-bedroom houses. One requirement, maybe they have to have 2 bathrooms. They have to have a pool or whatever requirements they want for their homes, right? That's one that's already existing. Sometimes people don't want to live in a house that's already been lived in by someone else. So they decide to get their own house built. They say, I've gotten my house built from the ground up. Meaning that it's started from scratch. No one else lived there before. And everything that's going to be in that home is exactly what they want, how they want it. It's unique for them. So vertical integration is essentially the same thing. You're starting from scratch. You build everything from the ground up. One company. The resources they need to create the products they want to sell, or the services they want to sell, right? Let's use a spa, for example. Some spas may create their own oils that they use to rub on people's body when they're giving them a massage, right? Well, that could be an example of vertical integration. Instead of them going to the store and buying these oils or buying these creams, they could get fruits and vegetables. They could blend them down and create creams. I actually know of a restaurant in South Carolina. They have this hand rub that they use. And it makes your hands really, really, really smooth. Well, they use coconut. And they use salt. And they use coloring. And they grind it up really smooth. So when you wash your hands with that. And your hands are really smooth. And they smell fresh. It's a seafood restaurant. So seafood, that leaves your fingers or your hands really smelly. So to combat that, they offer this cream. They make it themselves. That's vertical integration. Okay? So the rest of those, I'll leave it up to you to review that. We must move on. Cost leadership. Read cost leadership for me. James. Cost leadership on page 60. Cost leadership.
Cost leadership means
Okay, I could barely hear you, James. I could barely hear you. Try it again. A little louder this time.
cost leadership means the enterprise aims to become the low-cost leader in industry.
Good.
Here is an example. It maintains its competitive advantages as internet-based broadcasting and distribution system and by selling direct.
Okay, thank you. So, low-cost leadership. I'll give you an example. Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines is a company. It's an airline. Their flights are some of